Hello everyone, this is Mac and we're here on version C of doing word problems with proportions and percents. A lot of times these are asked as word problems. I know a lot of people don't like word problems, but I'm going to make you feel good about them. And remember, if you go to maxtutorials.com, you'll find a lot more information about algebra and to help you, help make this easier for you, help you get confident. And then of course, if you can hit that like and subscribe button, that helps me out as well. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this. Number one, a printer prints 45 pages in 3 minutes. At the same rate, how many pages will it do in 8 minutes? Now, when you see a proportion problem, they'll give you some kind of a ratio of something. It'll have two different units in it. And then they'll give you another ratio, but only give you half of it. And so that's what this one is. So I'm going to go 45 over 3, and I'm going to call the top pages and the bottom minutes. You could have done it the other way. You could have done 3 over 45 and then minutes over pages. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that your second one, you have to stay consistent. So on the second one, at the same rate, how many pages can it print in 8 minutes? Well, they gave me minutes, so I have to keep 8 on the minute side, which is the bottom, and I have to keep X on the pages side, which is the top. And my answer will be something pages. Okay, so if I cross multiply, I get 3X equals whatever 8 times 45 is, and I can tell you right now that that's going to be 360. And when I divide everybody by 3, I get a nice pretty number. X equals 120. 120 what? 120 pages. And that, my friends, is a proportion problem. Number two, a $120 jacket is on sale for $35 off. What is the discount amount? This is not a proportion problem. This one, we just got to know how percents work. And remember, the word of means times. And they want to know the discounted amount. It's not a rate of change. They're not asking a percent increase or decrease. They just want to know how much money is off the jacket. To do that, we want to know what is 35% of 120. And that's the discount. The word of means times in math, so we're going to go 120 times. We don't use the percent, we have to use the math, 0.35, and I just do that math. And 120 times 0.35 is 42. 42 what? $42. Now, what does that mean? Is the jacket $42? No, that's just the 35% of the 120. That's the discounted amount, which is what we're looking for. Always make sure you go back and and see that you are answering what it's actually asking. Number three, a recipe uses 3 cups of rice for 12 servings. 3 cups of rice for 12 servings. There's cups, there's servings. They want to know how many cups for 30 servings. Well, servings is on bottom, so my 30 servings will go there. So now I'm just going to solve for this. Cross multiply, 12x equals 90. Divided each side by 12, and 90 divided by 12 equals, it'll make you about 7.5. You'll need 7.5 cups, okay, because it's the cups that we're missing. Okay, 7.5. Boom, 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 boom. All right, here we go. A student answered 27 out of 36 questions correctly. What percent did the student earn? So now when you do the percent over here, the actual, you may have been taught this, 27 over 36 equals X over 100. But when you do percentage problems, you don't even really need to do that. All you're looking for is how many times did something happen out of a total. And that's how you figure out a percent problem. So if you did something 27 times out of 36, you just do that multiplication. And 27 divided by 36 is just 0.75. Now remember, that's not a percent, that's just math. So if you want to express it as percent, you have to move the decimal over twice, and that's when you get your 75%. Okay? Number 5, a scale drawing uses 1 inch for every 6 feet. 1 inch for every 6 feet. Write down your terms so that you don't mess them up, okay, because that'll happen a lot. If a room is 24 feet long, how long is it in the drawing? So how many inches? So we know feet, and feet is on the bottom, so I can put my feet there, and my inches, I don't know, so I'm going to put it up top. And I cross multiply, and I get 6x equals 24. When I divide everybody by 6, I get x equals 4. 4 what? 4 inches. Okay? What is 18% of 350? I always like to come up with questions like this when I'm working a percent problem. Because if you just know how these translate into math, all you do is this. What x is equals 18%, 0.18 of means times 350 means 350. All I did was translate the sentence, and now all I have to do is grab my calculator and go 0.18 times 350, and I'm going to get myself 63. Okay? 63 is 18% of 350. All right? All right, let's go on now. A car travels 150 miles in 2.5 hours. 150 over 2.5 hours. This is miles over hours. Now, what's our other one? At the same speed, how far will it travel in 6 hours? Well, that's on bottom is my hours. What I don't know is my x, which is going to be the miles. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the math. If I cross multiply these, I get 2.5x equals whatever 6 times 150 is, and that's going to be 900. I divide each side by 2.5. X equals 900 divided by 2.5, which is 360. Okay, so a little something over 300 is what I was looking for. 360, that'll work. Okay, let's go on to number 8. A $64 dinner bill requires an 18% tip. How much is the tip? Well, what are you really asking? What is 18% of 64? That's really what we're asking. X equals 0.18 times 64. And I'm going to get 0.18 times 64 equals, the tip should be $11.52. But you know what? That server works hard. Give them like 12, 13 bucks. Make it 20%. You know, take care of your server. All right. I used to be a server. Olive Garden. That was me. Okay. Oh, sorry. Miles. I should write here. Welcome to Olive Garden, where we're family. All right. Here we go. There's your answer for version C. So take a look at that. See if that helps you out. And if it does, that's great. And I looked through all 3 versions, and I hope I helped you with these word problems. I hope we made this feel easier for you so you can be more successful at math. Take care, everyone.